Okay, so I'm making a brief video here. My friend Kathy is with me, and I'm choosing to do this right now because I finally succeeded in making my first transistor-driven flyback driver. So what you see here is my rather ugly flyback. This is just a throwaway unit because I could short it out or any kind of thing could happen. You'll notice here I have two coils here, and in this configuration that's necessary. You have to have two of those, and there is a way you can hook it up to two sets of pins here, and I may show that in another video. This is my jig for setting up continuous arc, and later video probably can show something like that. Now you'll see this transistor on the right, and I'm not using that right now, and then there's this one on the left. So to explain my circuit, I have the gate over here, and it's gate, collector, and emitter, 1, 2, 3. So or base, whichever you want to call it. So one side of that is going to one side of one of these coils, and the other side of that coil, right? So here's the red line going to the gate side, and then the white line is coming over here, and it's in between these two transistors. And so what I did here, since I had a 220 and a 22 ohm and I needed 240 ohms, I just combined the two resistors, and I jammed a pin into my little breadboard right here to be physically between the two resistors, and then this guy comes to ground, and this is a 270 ohm. So basically 240 is on one side and 270 is on the other, and I'm pretty sure you can do more fun things with like 10K resistors and stuff like that. So that'll be again a future video. So then you'll see here the third pin, number 3 over here. I'm running just directly to ground. Okay. So then on the other coil you've got one side that's going directly to positive, okay, and then the other side, this negative, is going to the middle pin on the transistor, and that's the collector. Okay, and I just got this out of a TV. It's the horizontal, and I have several of them so I can play with various other ones and see which one kicks out the jams the most. I'm using this little 12-volt power supply here. It provides both 5 and 12 volts, but it's kind of weak, and I think actually I can easily put 24 volts to this circuit, or even more, like 48. So there is more fun to be had. So now I'm going to go ahead and run the circuit so you can see that it does work, and hand this over to Kathy here. And grab this wire here so that I'm protected, and then I'm just going to hook this up very briefly, because until I get some other changes made I don't want to run this very often. It's not quite there. It's fussy. There it goes. And so I don't know if you can see that arc. It's just a little arc, but it does work through the transistor, and that's the fucking deal, you know. The rest of it I can add. So I'm going to shut this off because I don't have a heat sink on here or anything, and I don't want it to get too hot. But that's not even just that little bit. It's just barely above body temperature right now. So now I can put it on a heat sink and do a bunch of other stuff.